Ngisatesha ngale Kingsley, trying to take it easy, climbing up this chimney. But everybody envy, Khalek Batla Bentley with everybody friendly. It's the jazz music, the ordinary Taz music. Get 'em cool, loose bluesing, whatever you going through, snooze it and lose it. The jazz music. Yo, what's up? It's another episode of Into the Rabbit Hole. Today I'm sitting with someone that's my mentor, someone I can reach out to at any time with any problem that I have, especially in the spaces that I started my business in, namely the entertainment space. I'm sure you guys think the podcast has started to become a Riyadh Otela or something, because now we're dealing with issues of the heart. And I'm not saying that today's episode won't touch the heart and the household, but this will also be inspirational too, because the highs, the lows, the expectations, what actually turns out to happen. I'm sitting with Dobsonville's very own, hopefully soon enough Soweto's very own. My hopes and dreams for this nigga is to be South Africa's very own. Welcome to the show, sir. I'm sitting with Reggy, the Stylist Mbuli. What an introduction, what a name. Like, I can't even put anything to your name because you do so much. You do so much. So for people that aren't familiar with who Reggy the Stylist is, who is Reggy? Donna set up Senville. Tell us more about you, your childhood, who you are.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Reggy Mbuli, but known as Reggy the Stylist. Kintana Topsi as Achim Tsupana. I was born, raised ko Dobsonville, ko Soweto. Last born ko Mama Waka, ko Batsadimbak. So yeah, Kotse Dobsonville, Kenes Kela ko Dr. Mary Marashela Primary School, which is 2 minutes away from my house. Afterwards, I went to Mukome Senior Secondary School in Midlands. Okay. After my dream was to do radio presenting. After high school, I went to Houston College, but due to funds, I only did 1 year. Then afterwards, I fit. But yeah, I'm based because we took it an event for a living, and yeah.
The thing with people that live close by, Neskela, was that the same with you?
It was, because Kinkila advantage of what's one span of Skela, Katie Karabo Kating, next door. Yes. So I was school and I like living. My new market close to the school, you know. And then I get one of those when I was to Skela.
So they wanted your parents week in, week out.
But not really, because most of the teachers are on our school. So to say this, but there's a tavern opposite my house, and we had about some genre. So we had that relationship, but I don't know if they never do it's also. But what's one that's certain things more life into it. I'm also born by this part of growing up. I want to do my thing, but after a certain time, I just don't want to.
And it's very important not to jump a stage, because you find yourself jumping a stage and then it catches up with you at a later stage, and the consequences are detrimental at that stage. So you fell in love with radio personalities. You wanted to be a radio personality. Unfortunately, funds weren't there. What was your next step? Because most people will feel depressed. Most people will feel like life is against them. What was your thought process? What did you do next?
Okay, cool. And as I wanted to do radio, but next time information or certain things okay, understand. By then, so we do say Wi-Fi and internet but access. So I have a friend back in Lungilentiman. So she's the one who introduced me promotion. Okay. Then I tell you something a company back in student wise. It's based for Princeton. Lungile, shout out to Lungilentiman, my bestie. So yeah, she's the one who introduced me promotion. I did promotions. And I remember about 2015, I moved out to Kohai, to rent out.
That's sponsored promotion.
Promotion.
Hey, what is that?
I was getting paid weekly.
Yeah.
So you know what? Then I moved out to Kohai, but all when I challenges, but I was like, no ways, man. Kohai something will think. If it's another show, Kohai kilosh. Then it go on. Eventually, life I builder and 2017. It's a first event I got But just a small scale. I didn't know
what you were doing.
Yeah, people came, they were like, okay, no potential. Plus now, can I my about? Can talk about yeah, if you don't feel
and I can link it to you wanting to be a radio personality. Maybe throughout the day, and you probably listen to him and how he'd help people. So a
example,
sure.
Yeah. I'm most inspiring to become a radio presenter in LA, but you can't go Joseph.
Oh yeah.
Night afternoon drive, I forgot the name of it. I thought 326 when I DJ mobile DJ stay can inspire go ke batho ba DJ ka mo ke batho ba rena personality, so both of them but ba badlele certain role in my life because every time DJ stay na dlala ka 4 to 4:30.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 minutes then 3 hours le ke Pachuca mamela my brother na ke yeah for mamela uthi ke ntse gona le radio nya go ntlong le nya ke ba go le bating gona le titsa gona le mar milky so bo be bo ma re tswa to promo re mamela that show. One after that show, like at least no about something when I can't
yeah, something would move. Yeah,
I understand that. So yeah, to one with I fall in love long. After more, what I'm about to my boy, I had to show me go YFM.
Yeah.
It was 10 until 12. Next time, miss show you. Next time, miss it all. I learned from my boy. Later, but you can give my so flat.
So that's where you drew the inspiration. Yes. So what is it? Is it how they interacted with people? Is it what really inspired you? Is it the craft?
Yeah.
Is it engagement with the community? Because if you look at Chose FM, it's a community radio station, yeah. And obviously the phone na matata mang pasa khono kena sekolo mang wale di exam mang sokodiswa ke ngwana. So what is it about that triggered something in
okay. So by then next 7 they said promotion. So I won't really say promotion, it was a permanent job, it wasn't. So most of the time I get told them at my melody shooting, there were certain things somebody who they didn't think for more, they didn't for my outlook.
Sure.
If they go through something, they rather go to church or by television. But now I was healing through radio. There was a certain way any hater gonna, but I can't really disclose nature, but it had that thing.
You can't pinpoint
it. Yes, it had that thing. I understand that. So yeah. And later stage I fall in lovely sports commentator. Khona ke mtse ngo mahlobo ke mahlobo festive games khona la utsimba ke ma Ernest kamela ba Ernest. I think that guy can play a certain role in my life,
the way he was commentating.
You understand? I'll go mahlobo ke shopolo khanya, and afterwards I'll go and sit next to the commentator. Actually Paul ke
and through him you can actually see what what's
and afterwards I feel like I get to spend more than 4 hours listening to my and to until I get to the moon next so like I got to the one thing
Did you ever create a demo and submit for the registration?
To be honest, one life I then now it different. Now one the keep. So certain things like about a demo never it's a hope. And it's comparing to now. Understand? So as I can and to next time but yeah.
You speak about being in promotions, shelter thing I consistent, you get paid weekly, and then you still have the guts to create an event. How do you start? What's your starting point with that event?
Okay, cool. And so what happened is that event is my brother piece. So partner I'm fortunate with the event. I think it was less than 2,000 if I'm not mistaken.
And the 2000 for event, what year?
Yeah,
was 2017?
2017, by then it was fine. As I was saying to you, we didn't even get on a small scale. Totally different, smaller. We had we didn't even have bouncer. Just that my sister. Yeah, on the gate. DJ, by then, was not hide number one. You'll ask people to come play, they'll come. Monat, simple. Sure. The only thing we'll offer the tech. We'll have the bench and a few not finishing it, we'll have standing. Some mixes can make so yeah, so the cost for the whole thing was less than 1,500. Or if it was more, whoever non-supply, I'll tell them to get the money after the event. I know it's event is all about risk, but I get the work, it shop.
Okay, so Reggy, you start this event, you're doing promotions, you don't have the capital, you speak to your brother's partner, they give you cash, they inject into it. What's the next step? I mean, obviously, how's the marketing, the sound itself, Joe? I don't think sound no kaitola ka less than 1.5 or not to this sound nyane. The marketing, did you use people, word of mouth? What transpired?
Okay, as I said to you, can talk about like I get some room as well. Like I have that thing for people. I back up with America, I have that thing, and just fast forward, that thing it was going on work. Don't talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah, like I can see, like I get some room when it's as well.
I'm sure the whole of your Facebook knows Pankanas.
Like I can say that come talk about.
Sure.
So for sound, Kinal Kazna Kabaki Punas Hawla. Shout out to Punas, own a company by GTS Sounds.
Yeah.
She's a female. So now for some of my phone I turn it. I understand.
That's dope.
And the carpet never told about outing by the PJ. So Nangadi supplies about to that around and so they know my style.
Sure.
And when I tell them this is what I wanna do, but I can't do one to because of certain things. I don't have funds.
Yeah.
They'll listen to me. But when I vision that I have for into events, you understand? And also it was good for them for business to get exposure. So that people they can know, okay, I'm a company, so want to understand. So when it comes to marketing, by then, next is Facebook. Then Facebook makes it. No, not makes it. WhatsApp, I think WhatsApp naked, but mostly not Facebook.
Sure.
So go Facebook, by then, I have a track as about Tupsonville. Understand? Then there's some word of mouth in it, you and the poster, I'll print that post to do poster, come up with a body part, connect it,
yeah, can you go and
then it's all, it's almost the best for marketing. And then if they post it offline, no, got 2 by 5, wherever go and go thing, but we are reach it apart. Because now I said there was nothing in it by then. There's a place back here where I was never to go about renovation.
Yeah.
So people insist about porrech.
Sure.
By then also not the Uber, so calling anything, but
you needed to be in a visible place.
You know, go to a place that's inconvenient to you.
Sure.
So the key is then. So everything I matter.
I think we fast forwarded. Yeah. The name The Stylist.
Okay.
The Stylist. Where does that come from?
Okay, cool then. There's a group in Ekilikoyo back in 2013 or 2014. The vintage group. We used to call ourselves a Virtual Crew. So now I buy vintage clothes, we used to sell vintage clothes and take second hand, thrifting. Yeah. So this other time there's a friend of mine back this year. I'm fan. I shy.
Sure.
I got my style. It's a guy. No bad conversation fair. I'm fan. I'm coming to the stylist. Yeah. I tell you the stylist. I'm not. I teach you to Facebook. I the stylist.
Like from
my mail from more. Can it also. Little feel like I had some pizza and the stylist.
Coco, the stylist.
So I took an event. Come on, we told her the stylist. I'm mad. I gave her a stylist Sunday. Then I started.
That was the birth of Stylist Sunday.
Yes.
Was that Stylist Sunday before you started hosting Core Roadhouse, or is that did Stylist Sunday start elsewhere?
Stylist Sunday started.
Okay.
As I said, it's started. Roadhouse nearly thing. I understand. Roadhouse. When I have food renovations, there's a gap cookers. There's nothing.
That's when you step up.
Yes, I start Sunday. Cook, I see Friday, Saturday was not pumping. It's as if people never prefer auto, it was on a Sunday.
Sure.
So that's why I did study Sunday. So people will say shelter Friday, Saturday, anyway, but so on a Sunday, great day.
And obviously everybody wants to be stylish on Sundays, so it makes sense to go to Stylist Sunday.
So that's why I had the theme for every month I get. So I'll have body jean and white, body all black or what, just to keep the momentum. Yeah, brand A, I'll have best dressed male or female. Yeah. People never see like a fly, so they don't cheat their power. And then I go in the era teachers who some panicking at the label. Yeah, teachers with some para, you know, those era teachers who every night.
Before had party.
Some era, yeah, so yeah.
It's difficult to start and sustain an events company, and I should know this because I failed a couple of times. through your journey, actually from the beginning, I understand in the beginning how you explained you're doing promotions, and I've never heard Reggie say how do you cope? Because events are still every day, money is not consistent, and like you said, you're a dad now. And there's commitments and things that you need to attend to on a monthly basis, on a regular basis. There's things you also want to do for yourself. Let's get into the picture, excluding you. How do you cope? How do you keep level-headed? How do you not crash?
My brother, I won't lie. This thing inventing, it's very stressful. It's very, very, very stressful. People might see a full package of what we're going, but behind, dog, it's hectic. So what I do is that if it's an event, maybe there's certain profit. Just example, if you're gonna profit over 15,000, I will just take 5,000, then the other money can buy, we reinvest that to another event. And one thing that you must look at event is that it's a win or lose. No matter how your brand is, it's a win or lose. You know those things. And also, no things deeper West cannot really West per se. Sure. So I just want the best for my daughter. The first time I came on fighting and I play like, you know what? I want this daughter. I told you to say I pillow bonus so I understand. And why can it well? Now time like I was there for me. My dad stopped on supported the age of 25 or 26. Ellen, I can make it relaxed. My dad was there in and out. So father figure get treated from my dad.
Sure.
Understand? So I know the love of dad. I got to put on I get away. So sometimes I don't know how poppy, but it's a piece of one certain thing. Understand? I don't know yet. But also that I'm grateful for my mama Naka, my baby mom. Even though we're not together anymore, but she's there for one of them. Sure. She's playing certain role for one. I'm grateful for her. And mind you, I never want anything because she's there. Understand? Even understand. And also it becomes difficult. At first it is really difficult. But it's normal. It's a genuine thing. Co-parenting is not easy.
Sure.
Honestly, but I'm grateful for her. She plays such a role in Command and Market.
You are someone that's very vocal with the challenges that you've been faced with in the hosting space. Saying the community doesn't want you to do something, saying your event gets cancelled. You need to postpone. Maybe how do you ever think that what's happening is going to taint my image, is going to make my brand less trusted, is going to make me seem as if I'm not putting in the work? Is that the reason why you're being vocal in exposing everything that happens so that it also speaks to your people instead of a hugo and afela? What's the thinking behind that, and how detrimental are the things that are forming against you?
So my brother, as I said, I started doing events in 2017. Ever since we got so upset, I so called on somebody say anything. This thing started last year at 2024. There was a party making it. I think it was shooting shades. It was 34th underground. I did the marketing. Mind you, now lineup, I get a lineup. I'll just put my face there.
Sure.
Without a lineup. Get the marketing. My brother, Kohai, it's a mandatory from a venue, I won't mention the name. There's like 5 venues, like not far from where Kohai calculates an event.
Sure.
Life is something else, my dog. There's some people, but one thing I think they love you, but they don't love you. They want to see you in a certain space. They don't want to see you go to that contact space. They want you all more. Understand? But
once you start spreading your wings, it's a problem.
It's a problem. Dude, I can tell event to your point where I was a threat to the big establishment. I was a threat to them. The minute I was going to flag about, oh shit.
On this day, we definitely not making
You're not going to make money. I understand. And now by then, I next time I won't cut you. But now my sister and I'm pointing out a problem. I 1 2 1 2 1 this event play 1 2 3 4 this is when again I know the staff about to one but no man play I show na Moses event amangamlotha babe right because into ke
and ingam ngekho grand nababaholi
but asankankela serious kutilo shop push marketing edit for the shooting sheet it might fly. Sorry, by then I didn't have necessity notice at the pre-sold, so I got web ticket or computer ticket. No, I got fellow ticket. Yes. Might sorry, fly might bad like sharp. So Friday so Friday the toilet is usual with that part. So usually day before event like it on Friday go to tla batho go gae. I was sana re tlo teng toilet sit Friday Saturday shop ditla. So Saturday ne go tsa di tech. Ai go tmana ka mfone ai gona le no not tmana gona le team ne dilo next door go gae ne le metro. So I qashitse go teng a re mfana fla ga e go group nya rona so re tsa JPMD bana le di WhatsApp group tsa di region mo tot a re fla ga go e go di grouping kaofela ya event out and apparently into ba phone go dimo kwa so ba ntutse kwa ke what a ka bole a tell us suppliers not to come ke do the line a go tlo a do your name is out there even the Akitsbari Mama, but I won't mention the name.
Yeah, I won't mention the name.
I want to see who's this rich guy. The way we like an elementary at them. Just that sharp. I want my 10. Kids are going to the Teko China mom. Eventually, Twitter, Tamam, to the Emma thing. It was one like this. But I said, but I want kids in. Soon rich. Ken, but okay. But so voilà l'event. I also feel it mais du remote il ne sait pas faire remote c'est over l'event.
Il toilette fait.
Il toilette fait c'est over l'event so. Il say event banse like the girl. Okay why? Bah madame tu viens comme to complain il want to. Oh. Qu'est-ce que
so the petitions are kasi di sign
not editor. Qu'est-ce que va qu'est-ce que ça va c'est quoi? Quel ways. Quelque chose tu vas là the whole day until I was on. I thought about it too. But if I had 10 minutes, I gave up my man. After 10 minutes, you can already very cool. Some metro, some needs. The company paramo. So when I sister la metro, ki kilometers pink. I follow Habata Kona, but Kiman is kicking. I'm pleased with my right. Another power, to watch yourself, I have another power. I can't disclose more, but just know that another power.
Fana, you're giving me goosebumps right now, sure.
I have been strong, what I look. Okay, sisters, I have another power, what I look. Until kilo, lang haga. I have a stock, I look, and hag and fire can get not.
Imagine, totally mende to Rumi, but she still has both to ish.
To understand. And mind you, on that day, my daughter was doing cake, I think. There was nearly hours, I think. That was the hours. I couldn't attend hours someone, but my mom, my niece, made a good thing. Sharp.
So it's like it's all
ababona, but sure. So kids saying I sharp I never settle kids. I can't say that but kids are my kids are out in like to taxi drive. I give value when I'm going alone. Because what community man back there more about company now one what try to make cause
yeah because it don't want now incite violence sure
stress kids are my I get my
how much money are you losing in the process
I'll tell you
shit
kids are my I give via lo feel like my pay my mouth is one aka my mom my niece babo from good out in school but feel chat every night time we told a call phone help me like I couple chat thing let's more police lean to so the my EMS inspector and water go watch everything can get like I battle more bait I should tell them bait I test by a go watch it baba send me some pampiri baba send some mama got me she say ki put what's our line with it so ki well one we not that's my brother after more people go chat it's about to point people by regular murir By the hairstyle, that's okay. By then, they can cooler box, the bought alcohol. Like people went all out
just to be with Reggy.
Yes, and I can't face them because there's a whole lot of facility. But Bapandi, they don't say, man, you know what, you're going to reach. But so I started blaming myself. But at the same time, certain things were just beyond them. I couldn't do anything. You went to sharp. From Nakwil the whole night so until 2 a.m. Nobody about to check about all my 8 what I convert more than 15 cars. Community car about pork one is at a crime and showing this is real.
And her sister Lele Pinky told you facts.
Simple it. Mama 15 cars is so the kids are they can't get a statement or can lose cassette. Like shooting the pillar on the one what's about can post on Facebook. My brother, I thought it would all negative comments continue. Everyone was like, Mamela, wherever I am going, everyone, but so my brother, I will coding box intact. But one of them go by the account number tag. But we know we need to so. But even that, but what donating more than 7,000?
Shit.
That is something that I didn't post.
Sure.
I feel like it's a personal kids. Understand? So the surprise is keep it. And number 2, priority business I see I want the contract body.
Sure.
But I'm gonna check the celebrity but when it's happy I can clean it to whatever that you want. Don't shock I'm not. It's a bad was said about it. So cannot put him like color with him.
Okay, but my thing is, Reggie, if I find you as a threat, I mean, Kitwile comes in called you, a nigga you don't even know. I came to you and told you, look, dude, I've been doing events. These are the problems I'm facing. I see you. I don't know what you're doing in the background, but in my eyes, it looks successful.
Yeah.
What is it that you're doing that I can also implement? Why aren't we like that? Why aren't we people that always look for insight? Why aren't we people that reach? If I've got a big establishment, why don't I say Reggie Kupotlo host up? Why is I if you are so much of a threat?
I don't really say this. Sorry, if you we as black society have a problem against each other. I can keep it wrong. Like I have to
empty,
you know.
Yeah,
like there's I keep it. There's more man. So if you let's say opportunity, if you tell 20 well tell, where else will it tell about a copan by 21? Mamel night. So especially when you go industry, I take my brother. People will love you because of you have certain things or your certain businesses running for you. But the minute I do tell to you're gonna see what you want net and what was in net. Not really saying but you back with event, but people around the space of the industry. You know, guys, event a top we met, authority we keep on but what was the message? Congratulations, but behind our money about WhatsApp group when this you know you say that industry it's something else. There's certain things that we don't disclose. Understand? That's why now I have a small circle. You won't see me everywhere. But I go, but I don't want to see me. Because I know but just hold it to our speckles and I have a click to
shout out to the people that donated to you. It's very rare to come across something like that. People that would say, look, I understand what you went through. Yes, it might not cover everything that you've been through. Shit, bro. Shucks.
Me too. So usually at Christmas I always have Stylist Christmas annual party.
Sure.
So there's this guy back at Kismo. Nico, shout out to Nico.
Shout out Nico.
Nico go pantitela uthi back at Topona one. He owns Bukhari Bottle Store. It's in Dobsonville, known as my center.
Okay.
Tipong phone, Nikong phone, Christmas with you, I never get to William Weathermore.
Also, this is just immediately after the November.
Yes, because November 1, Christmas. I never get it. So, otherwise, I don't cancel up. I know that's a plan. Sharp, I phone rapidly. Kibula le tshepo o spanelene go nna nya gela go masetsi ke se ya tsaya mnat la nne shise no le tshepo go le tshepo am fetile mna ke ra mnat ka le ka fly ke le fly ka first week ya December for Christmas party demand no se le ngata because batho ba thola
babo yeah
so ba bona eng
the fly
yeah fly Christmas party no ke diteng ke tse web ticket and ke tse comp ticket. My brother, after 3 days, I cannot go to share more. So I can take it for my grand right.
Yes. Yes.
I was shocked.
Yeah,
like say and my new kids are from my comfort zone. Now I've always done defense. Go high, go Kasiaka, go play, go comfortable. Go get to more short guarantee. But the first time I go Kasiaka, Coma Center is not far, it's like 10 minutes away from my house. And Coma Center more local into a you know, like in a stigma is bad. Yes. Keko thing, shop marketing at night. It's about the occasional license, everything shop. Probably like I did 21st at Pakela. I told a call from go actually I can go not job call Lucopot. But I'm about to cancel a license. So you know what my partner did tip? Tip about phone. I still remember that I think it was around 9 or 10. I phoned a lawyer, I did not have a similar over Lucopot. Email for a back cancel. Or go right 121212. Got home to phone in what available call you. So tip on put whoever would look while I'm totally happy at the power.
Yeah.
It's not just anyone. So tip I know everyone wants to court. Mind you, but back in the tent the morning, come my 12 of person for one. Never go visual court. Yeah, move phone.
Imagine. Same day. Then usually court takes months, weeks.
I didn't at least by the time every I was saying to yeah, court like a weekend in
virtual court.
Virtual court, yes.
That's also new, like
yeah, it was the first time we heard it. I remember that judge about Oko Likopodari. Can I ask you something? Yes, when you go to a driving school, where for him, that guy going to to get a license. Okay, I require Ogatola license to say to drive. I don't know. Let me tell you something. If you're gonna cancel this event, these people they have the right to see you. But let's look at why did you
grant it in the first place?
If you know you're sharp. As a fault one, they came with all the papers, but they applied and then they guarantee you. Every but I didn't post it right. It's about to shake about paginal stress. Set up right here. Nako. Record Katie go have more visual content on laptop. That's when everyone can set it. Christmas party.
And like who excuse for cutting in. Who's at home during these two instances? First instance, Utema already left with your niece.
Yeah.
They went to your daughter's thing at school. Who's witnessing all of this with you?
No one. Kiko kolo in let's say promo venin. Go parking two more kolo pula ya na mendu. Aholam tuti bang. It was a secret I didn't tell anyone. Probably is the full interview. Kira pelo konta rile
Hey,
no one knew. And as I post a repost as I get on it. Then the following time came probably I had a video and I can record the visual cut.
And you did good because had you released that, you would have, I don't know, then it would have been a problem.
You see?
Shit, Reggie, bro. And in fact, when I sit back and look at you, I think, isn't those shy or Reggie Pusha? I'm jealous, but I'm not jealous or I'm like jealous. The fountain is drinking from. I'm point so I'm here too, you know. And shit. Okay, had it not been that phone call, it's in Reggie, are you still doing Christmas? Would that have been the end of you doing events?
I won't really say the end, but I was gonna take a break. Because, you know, this thing at events, my brother, it was stressor, it will affect emotional, physically, like all the parts of body like you stress a lot, about. But man, you change to or something, you dealing about to, let's say 500 people. You dealing to on a little mood, you dealing to go through something, you know, like different types about. And whenever you want, you need to make sure all those people by head. And sometimes it's impossible, but my brother, you need to make sure about you. And when we want. That's why this thing like a team, you won't never look at one.
Sure.
So when you have a team, all dedicated to one, all dedicated to this, all dedicated to that.
When did you develop the team? So you started doing events in 2017.
Yeah.
You started having problems in 2024.
Yeah.
So did you start having a team after the problem started, or did you develop a team?
I started developing a team after Christmas party. That's when I had a team. I had a team, but unfortunately, team I didn't obvious. But I didn't get an event, but I was an event time. But then but you turn to the whole menu. That's a problem. Understand? So sustaining, maintaining business as well, it becomes difficult. Oh, understand? Because they need to get paid. But eventually, each and every after 2 months.
Or
3 months, you know. When I turn to OJ, you need to do certain things. But you're a brand, when you go out, you need to be seen.
Look a different way,
you know. Turn to Luena. So look into skipper so in turn to Ole sharp.
Ole marketable, basically.
One understand. Like about okay, Reg. There's no need for me to introduce you to one catch up by not. Because when I brand visibility is very important. How you look over to, how you sell yourself. What kind of people shop, you don't have to be a label or anything, but
just be clean.
Be clean.
Just be clean.
I understand.
Sure.
So I had a team, but as an estimator, a loser. But now I had another team.
Sure. There's a guy you just recently posted. I think he's responsible for your visuals. You are very appreciative of the people that are around
100%.
You shout out people.
So my boy Kitila X, he used to do, you know when he has an event, but we take out to Yamis. I will say the president of my 2K. That boy is star. Forget it. Tila X, I love you, my boy. So Tila X killed 2000.
Sure.
I understand. So now the mindset that I had go Tila X only crowd. So whatever I thought I never intimidated.
Yeah, I imagine.
It was clash,
sure.
You know. But there's a right time I'm going to get a man. There's something about this boy. When I work a co-character, but work as someone over something. I will work a team.
Tila, sure.
Yeah. Can't tell us what I won't lie, man. We can't see an area in period. I can in for a fan so. But I cannot go to a good skill one. Whatever I do, at least so the funny thing is that I can't move the local just so no ring over. But I'm not going to end up to make a fan of so. Finally, in a week, I'll make sure I'm posted at 2 dude, I love you. Thank you for everything you did. With that, Taylor knows well it's a company. Yamokasi, I won't mention the name, but it's one of those companies that have some big events. Like big events. My money through you on a promoter. Like in Melee,
sure.
Wherever I call it an event, when
So my dog, when you sit back, where you at now and where you started, when you look at trajectory and how you progressed and everything you were faced with, how do you feel when you look back?
You know, just a quick one. There's a new baby that I have now, Tipsy Soulful Session.
Yeah.
I did research for the MP for like 3 to 4 months. I did a whole research from last year. I plan an event in December, it's cute January. So that's already so much. Sharp. I wasn't ready for going to a big event.
Sure.
Not really, I wasn't ready, but I felt like it's for a certain time. I understand taking it, I never think so sharp. So now where I am, my brother, I won't lie. I'm Reggy the Stylist times 10.
Times 10.
Yeah, gonna kill good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the brand now it's huge, my brother. It's
Sure.
huge to a point where I'm planning to have my own clothing brand.
Yeah.
Which is
about time.
Yeah, it's about time.
It's about
time. Either I could Reggy the Stylist or it Reggy, one of the two.
Sure.
I'm so decided yet. And also I'm thinking to go take DJ lessons. You know, I just want my brand not only to focus mainly on events. I want my brand to have many things.
To be a lifestyle.
You know, I Reggy DJ, you know, I Reggy this. Because one thing that I've noticed about the industry is that when you mainly focus on one thing, when the people says battle more. So imagine if I have 6 things under my name that I'm doing. So that means if battle it's not gonna be easy to battle off like no way.
Sure, yeah.
You know? And also if you give people quality, trust me, you'll go far. You rather spend so much, have profit in your, but give people experience. But the minute you spend less
and expect
hoping to get high profit, trust me, not complain whatsoever. 2 weeks ago, K50 brand, we had an event. Yeah, Topsy Solve Search and Go.
Beautiful, successful, and again we say beautiful and successful outside. We don't know the amount of work that got in from someone that in sound in 2017 to bringing Aries. I think there's a point where you booked AKA too.
Yeah.
And pipe.
So yeah, then I forgot to mention this place. So there's a place called Thompsonville, back in Woodhouse.
Fun.
So as I said, I started events, cookers.
Sure.
I Woodhouse, I perfected innovations guy Woodhouse. That place played a huge role in my life. Even though it's a business and they will always have conflicts, this and this and this. But I'm grateful for the opportunity for complicating. That's where I will elevate my talent from that place.
You stretched your muscles.
Dude, I brought so many people more. Your DJ Fresh, your Shimza. You can name all of them.
And for the dog. I see Aries. I'm like, Aries. Out here, Aries, like, what's happening, bro?
I know, mind you, whoever go fly, I preach, everyone came.
Sure. Maybe about 5 minutes late, but
but won't come to feel.
Yeah.
Won't come to feel. As I said, shout out to the owner, thank you so much for the platform. Thank you for everything, my brother.
It's a table.
Yeah. So, birthday I get 16 time,
So, left, right, and center.
So that place, as I said, it plays its own role for now. They say, place, you know what, I need to go back, go Lape, which is over house.
Sure.
I understand now. I want to have my birthday celebration. So my birthday celebration can get 31 May 2025. Go house. I'll be dropping details soon. And
we'll be there.
Yeah. I get to carry that place. Sitting out in my life, and that's why it's me saying to them, guys, thank you, guys. No matter if it's a certain failure, but just know that I love you guys and can love for everything. So 31st May, please come to Go House in Thompsonville, but it's now called Taka. So they
rebranded.
It's called Taka. It's a beautiful venue. It's convenient to everyone. Close to girlfriend, I transport everything mad. So yeah.
When you sit back and think, Reggy, do you ever cry? What do the emotions do to you?
I'm one person. I'm class Paul. So I get there, friend. After the event, that's some kind of tricks. Whatever since I get believe very you know. I believe very great. So I the support. Sorry, can you tell me? I'm having another one on Mother's Day, but certain very bad. Action to fly, my brother. Action to fly. consider the headliner, lead details, lady price, about shop. Yeah, Matt. I'm so fly. Yesterday, I dropped the link here, the tickets out ticket.
And you haven't dropped the
I saw drop it in.
Hey.
By this morning, I get to share. I think my food is something about tickets. That was in the morning around 8 a.m. I get share. I get into it on the share. So I get a ticket. So it shows you people they trust you. Understand? It's still give people experience.
Quality.
Give them quality. My brother, every time I go to an event, Kiko playing your way, it's open for just behind tips on the stadium. It's a happy for learning all the stigmas at the
or Stylist close by.
You know, like we invested so much for security. When we say so much, there's so much. Mind you, I want to pull a bit of I want to people getting. I want to tablets on the phone. Mind you, from the venue going into the parking, it was dark because we had generator, but it wasn't no sunlight. Yeah, but yeah, I understand. I want to go to the two. Go back to request everything. There was deployment at CPF. Shout out to Tips and Volt CPF.
Shout out. And for that, like, shout out to your whole cast, bro. Like,
I understand. Like,
yo,
no one. I want to talk to that phone. Nothing. I want to complain. Everything zero.
Can we also take this opportunity to engage and encourage and also educate up and coming people that want to get into the event space? When you start doing events at that level, how many people did you have at the last event?
I can't disclose the number.
You can't disclose the number. Okay, let's say it's over 500 people.
Yeah, it is.
What are the logistics that you need to have in place? Obviously, EMS needs to be there, chalk needs to be done, events liability insurance needs to be in place. How much did you also learn? Maybe things that I also don't know myself.
Okay, so before you can do anything, first, chalk.
And there's money.
My brother, that thing is very stressful. Because certain documents sometimes will be told, and mind you, represent Thursday, you only present the Thursday as well. You understand? So more told without those things, without chalk event in the time.
Sure.
You understand? I learned about chalk. I live in I'm still studying certain things like chalk. I'm also planning to do shoot cosa events management. My brother, people back out with a nice events, but sometimes call some information, what's all get information, so you should feel like I want 2 years school with it.
Sure.
Equal everything. You know. So the journey regarding the whole event was very stressful. What's the EMS, ambulance, I didn't know events to the ambulance. So to in I want about noise pollution. I didn't know about you they need to have the COA, they need to have
health certificates,
they need to have the fire extinguisher, fire blanket, you know. It's a lot, my brother. So if you like kind of good eventing, also kind of just because of someone working, you need to fall in love with it. That's the first step. And you must know that this thing is gambling. You can win, you can lose. I understand. It's a learning curve. Sometimes we could lose but the next one, trust me, we can win. I understand.
And it might not be the next one, it might be after 60 events.
Yes.
Sure.
Like there's big events like you're paying to the city or that. I'm not trying to take one to take it wrong. But going forward, my man.
Sure.
I understand. So I'm planning to have a small workshop to upcoming event organizers, but I'm still planning it because committee sponsoring for funding for that. I understand. Because sometimes it becomes difficult running something from your own pocket.
Sure.
You know, because it's all about and workshop out there. Really sound. There needs to be food for them. There needs to be the
printouts.
You know, print pampiri, venue hire. You need to pay those things. So it becomes very difficult to do that from your own pocket. Understand? But as soon as I've got that funding, trust me, I'm willing to go.
Sky's the limit, Reggie. Now more love, more blessings. Just keep going higher and higher. You know. I resonate with your story, but I'm one of the people that fell off the bandwagon in terms of events, because events drove me to a very dark place in my life because of the stress that you keep mentioning. Imagine skipping car payments, imagine not paying your daughter's school fees, having a car repossessed. I kind of tapped out of the space because of the stresses and the pressure that was put on me. And to see someone that's also seen what events can do to you and still see them go through and actually break those barriers and actually do something bigger and better. And dog, I wish you nothing but the best, my boy.
Thank you so much.
I wish you nothing but the best. There's something else that you do, Reggie. Talent management.
Yes.
Milky the Soul. There's another guy that was on YFM. How do you get into that space? Why do you get into that space? How has it contributed to you, and how have you helped those artists that were under you or still are?
Yeah, as I did mention earlier, this industry, you need to do the listening at the same time. Don't only focus on one thing. You understand? So I started to get into talent management to manage artists, to get bookings, to do PR for them. But at times it becomes difficult if the artists are so remote. When you speak to promoters, I've got this guy,
Who's this
guy? Sure. Even though I can get someone for 400 or no 1,000. It costs and also learn how to end up where I go to. And the money you told them, you look at the artist in one was a told. I don't know if they, as a talent manager, you need to get certain percentage. But how are you gonna get certain percentage
from
400?
So one ish.
I manage one. Because one more guys in fact competition at we have so many DJs and talented and at first there used to be gatekeepers. But now that there's social media and power, the gatekeepers are because my brother got a video on DJ or like on TikTok, get a lot of views, they post about that. People go, people book. No, it's not about talent anymore. It's about numbers being influenced. You understand? And also, people like another concept. They won't just come support, but because of who's coming, who's doing that concept. About social media, it changes it like fatal changes,
Sure.
So, in order for you to always be number one or not really number one, but more, whatever it's all champa more.
Sure.
I know I can hip hop. I can go hip hop. Get a hip hop festival. I can reggae. You're my talent. My man.
Yeah.
People didn't believe.
Sure. I was also shocked that you switched.
I'm a piano lover. And I will never stop in the piano. Kelly knows it's a piano. But Mama is back to Canada pick your American Matalon. I always say like Uban.
All the questions are
Kelly know I'm still learning about gospel. I'm plenty of what that gospel. So somebody research and say, okay, I can book maybe example Tina Zongo. Come on, Morata. So
how relevant.
So what I do in a week, I'll have 4 to 5 days. I mainly focus on artistic. I mainly focus on influencers. Boma gospel for
who's doing
this?
Yeah,
who's doing this? Why? I got partners out to internet. Or they pay. Can't play by Rata. Understand? And one thing about Eki noticing, Barata will yet. Like it's
because I once attended some gospel celebration. It was a theater. Because it gives them the holy feeling, but for the church vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I became with this other lady, influencer on the gospel. Parwa Barata theater number one, but so gospel Barata play healing and Barata lighting, but really dark. They come with watching to be dark. That's where they feel spirit of the environment. Oh, that's why it's a joy celebration. But it's a holy theater, lighting about Moloko. But go back to so I didn't know those things. You understand? So I asked children before it was some research. Now my brother, now I ask, I put to what's a man. Learn how to you. Like what's about kicking a cooler box. But I was like in a cooler box. Why one play? This other lady came to Mokwena. Shout out to Masiro Mokwena. Kulega Movots came down and about us. Alright, what's that? So I want to put this other time. But you've been doing events. Why do you keep on asking? Okay, remember, I can do events, but certain things you need to get input about too.
Sure. Because we get it away.
We get it away.
We get it away.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like if you didn't pick anything up right now, if you aspiring to get into the space, if you don't have thick skin, if you feel like you don't belong in high pressure positions or spaces, I feel like Reggy has made it easy for you. He's shared insight, he's shared ups, he's shared lows, he's shared names of the people that assisted him. I'm not saying go to the same people, but I'm sure there's someone in your neighborhood, in your circle that you can go to and get that type of information from. I feel like I'm someone also the events after speaking to you again. I feel inspired. I feel like the hop really needs to come back and do something else. I appreciate you, my friend.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you a whole lot. Can we give Reggy his gift, please? Oh well, this is just an appreciation. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate your presence. Yeah. Before we close it off, shout out to the hub. Thank you for the platform. Shout out to Pages Abdul. He's given us someone that's looking up to the skies. And obviously this is testament to the guest we have today. Regardless of what you're going through, it's always possible to continuously break barriers and just make things happen. I'm proud of you, dog. If people don't let you know, and you've got a circle that donates to you how shaykhile when things don't work out. You've got people that don't you've got people like me that call you randomly and ask you questions and you always open. I appreciate that. Please stick to that.
I'll do that, no problem.
Please stick to that. We've got an event coming up on the 10th of May celebrating Mother's Day. Please show up. Tickets on Quicket.
Web tickets.
Web tickets. Pick and Pay, nah?
Pick and Pay, yes.
Pick and Pay tickets. Please show up in numbers. Support my boy. There's another one happening. Reggy the Stylist birthday celebration. You said it's a Taka. Formerly known as Roadhouse. I don't have words anymore. Like, I'm inspired. I appreciate the presence. The inside, my boy. The insides, the highs, the lows. For me, all I want to see from you is just progress and continuous improvement. Is there anything you feel like we didn't touch on? Something you'd like to impart with the viewers?
Okay, so before I just want to say, but every post, when I post on Facebook, I always say Kintona Topsy. I have this thing about my guys, man. I get scared now. That's just something about Topsonville, man. Yeah. So people, they know everything I post. I always say, yeah, I'm a young boy from Topsonville. I always say my name is Reggy the Stylist. I'm capable of doing the most. I'm a young boy from Topsonville. Father to Tandega Punkunas.
Oh, Punkunas.
So Punkunas, she's my daughter. She's 7 years. It's a Zaka Waka, but Punkunas Kumanaka, my one and only. You know, one only changes the Pulovaka. She made me not to be comfortable in life. You know, she's the one on pusher.
And at a very young age, maybe come more she just,
you know, on push on like. I sometimes keep posting about what's a supporting by number one or what's responsible for number one. But it's feeling, you know. So yeah, shout out to my daughter. Punkunas, number with Punkunas. Catalia, Catrino, Latino, Michelle, Angelina, Escobar. And I shout out to my friends, Pulemonama, Cajizo, Chance, and thank you to everyone who supported. Thank you for believing in me. There's a lot to do. I can love her so much for putting trust in me. Okay, I asked somewhere, but you choose not to, but just to come go and support them. And I love her so much. please sa stopa mo o tla tswella ko pele, and ke ngwana lona le nna sa mfellang pelo ha ke perfect, no one is perfect, but peace. I want to say 10 May Kopano Wall in Dobsonville, 100 Rands gets you in. We have the likes of DJ Young, Refilo Mutsei, Tsepetrina, and Jomani, Junju, Sexy Sasa. Oh, the name it's
shoot the lineup, Marilla. Yeah. You'll find us at the event as well on the 10th. We should be there. We should be having the most fun. Nama sing along, no mas ngazi. So let's see. But yeah, this has been another dope episode of Into the Rabbit Hole. We are climbing out of the rabbit hole. It's your boy Pro J signing out of the Hops headquarters. It's been dope. It's been real and it's been engaging. Awem.
Kuri Manaka wanteta Mruti maine kibata Pro J mwana momo studio Manaka wanteta. Yeah.